here goes Anderson Cooper giving her the business. This should be studied by all these hacks in corporate media.
Donald Trump, you criticized the wall more than 50 times. You called it stupid, useless, and a medieval vanity project. Is a border wall stupid?
Well, let's talk about Donald Trump and that border wall. So remember, Donald Trump said Mexico would pay for it? Come on, they didn't. How much of that wall did he build? I think the last number I saw was about 2%. And then when it came time for him to do a photo op, you know where he did it? In the part of the wall that President Obama built.
But you're agreeing to a bill that would earmark $650 million to continue building that wall.
I pledge that I am going to bring forward that bipartisan bill to further strengthen and secure our border. Yes, I am. And I'm going to work across the aisle to pass a comprehensive bill that deals with a broken immigration system. I think Jackson's question, part of it was to acknowledge that America has always had migration, but there needs to be a legal process for it. People have to earn it. And that's the point that I think is the most important point that can be made, which is we need a president who is grounded in common sense and practical outcomes. Like, let's just fix this thing. Let's just fix it. Why is there any ideological perspective on this? Let's just fix the problem.
To fix the problem, you're doing this compromise bill. It does call for $650 million that was earmarked under Trump to actually still go to build the wall.
I am not afraid of good ideas where they occur.
So you don't think it's stupid anymore?
I think what he did and how he did it did not make much sense because he actually didn't do much of anything. I just talked about that wall, right? We just talked about it. He didn't actually do much of anything.
But you do want to build some wall.
I want to strengthen our border.
Man, I got a hard time saying she could do worse. Because I don't know if you could do worse on this. Jesus Christ. I don't know if there's a worse situation to be in. I don't know how you get out of this. Full honesty. I don't think she's capable of full honesty, guys. That's the only option she really has. Hit the like button if you know what I'm talking about. You ever been in a situation where you're dead to rights? Hit the like button, guys. Come on now, work with me. Listen, check it out. If you've ever been caught and it's over, you can't talk your way out of it. They got you. What do? You admit it. You say, you know what? We screwed up on the border to a certain degree. I'm not happy about it. I'm disappointed. I wish we did some things differently. And now that I'm in charge, we're going to make sure we do those things differently. Is that all? I don't want to say it's all Biden's fault. It's my fault too. I should have been more forceful and spoke up more to him about this. Something. But if you are caught dead to rights, your options are limited. But see, she does not have that gear. And I know, look, guys, I know it's not, I'm not saying it will work with everybody, but what else she gonna do? I mean, Anderson Cooper just said you dissed Trump for building a wall, and now you're building a wall. You blasted Trump. He said 50 times or something. I think it was 52. I don't know the time. You were blasting Trump for building a wall. In fact, folks, we ain't got to think about it. Here goes the clip.
Very clear. I'm not going to vote for a wall under any circumstances. I am not for a wall. They're not jumping over walls. So the idea that we're going to sell this thing to the American public and require the taxpayers of our country to pay $5 billion for something that will not deliver what he is suggesting we need is ridiculous, and I will not support it.
It does call for $650 million that was earmarked under Trump to actually still go to build the wall.
I am not afraid of good ideas where they occur.
So you don't think it's stupid anymore?
I think what he did and how he did it did not make much sense because he actually didn't do much of anything. I just talked about that wall, right? We just talked about it. He didn't actually do much of anything.
But you do want to build some wall.
I want to strengthen our border.
Yeah. I think this is like the worst. This didn't work. This is horrible right here. This is horrible. For people that are rooting against her, people that want Trump to win, people that want Jill Stein to knock her out, people that want Dr. Cornel West to contribute to knocking her out, whatever, like, yo, they could not be happier. They're happier than a pig in slop. Because the answers that she gave on border are so pathetic. And look, and I'm not saying those people would have, if you are not for something, I'm cool with that. If you're for something, I'm cool with that. All people want to know is the truth. Let them make their own decisions. These slime balls want to be all things to all people. And that's why we're where we are, because we listen to people that are trying to both sides every issue. And then when it comes down to it, their actual actions result in them not doing much for any side. That's why we end up with such horrible policies, because they both sides everything and then they do very little of anything. Republicans do shit you don't want. Democrats do just the bare minimum of what you want. It's so little. It's never as much as they could do. They never go as far as they should go. They never do as much as they could do with the power that they have. But then they want you to be thankful and kiss their butts and send money and vote for them, even though they didn't do what they could have done. And then they want to say it's the other guy's fault. And that's what she's doing now. But worse than that, she doesn't want to pick a spot. She doesn't want to be pinned down. And this is the Hillary Clinton way of politicking. Because I remember Hillary Clinton used to do this, where she'd be on both sides of every issue. They try, how you triangulate your own issue is ridiculous. She had a town hall where she was her worst, like she's battling herself. She's battling her past comments. It's her. Innocence not even being really critical. He just said, like, you said this, and now she can't say, I've changed my mind. Hey, man, I hate to say this, man, but ladies, I'm not, don't call me a chauvinist, but don't women get to change their mind? I know when Mrs. Black changes her mind, we just laugh. I say, okay. Yeah. Because they're thinking, my wife's thinking all the time about everything all the time, and she may change her mind from occasion. I know that was like I know in this day and age, you don't want to say that women have the luxury of changing their minds, but it's sort of a cultural thing where women get to change. Why come she just couldn't be a woman? Damn it, and say I changed my mind. I want the couch over there. Could you move the couch over here? I thought it would look good there. It looks better over here. Nah, it's okay. Move it up there. I do it. We're not done. We're not done. All right. I believe that what happened with that border issue, I think it's the destruction of her opportunities to be president. I just do. I thought she was already behind when she came in the door, but this border issue just sealed it. Like these answers, the non-answers on this, I don't think you can come back from it. I think at some point you got to say, hey, you know what? The horse left the barn and the horse ain't coming back. You needed that horse. And now we get to stall for the winner because the soil is dead and we got nowhere to go. And that's because of you, lady. You lost to you. And you would not admit anything.